It's Angie. 3 days in a row. What's gotten into me? Well, today I'll tell you, I have a couple things I wanted to tell you. One wasn't planned, but when I don't know, do you ever feel invisible? There is a security guy at the bank I work for who's been there for as long as I have. And I've been there 26 years. I've been in the same building, seen him in the hallways and stuff since 1999. For the second time now, he has stopped me in the hallway to question who I am. And then's like, well, I don't recall seeing you around. And it's, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, are you a effing idiot? You're supposed to be such great security guy. How, I don't know. The fact that this is the second time he's done that really kind of pisses me off. And he's like, I recognize your name. And it's like, come on, I don't know, it shouldn't bother me, but it's like he's the head of security. I hardly ever see him, but I recognize him. Not that I care that he recognizes me, because I don't. I think it's just the idea that this is the second time in probably a 6-month period maybe that he stopped me in the hall on my way to my car. It's like he's coming out of the men's restroom, and I must just pick the perfect time to walk by, because then he sees me and he turns around and he's friendly and everything. And then when I tell him who I am and where I'm from, then he acts like he kind of remembers. But it's like, good grief, dude. If you're supposed to be the head of security, you'd think you'd have a little bit better recall than that. And then, the fact that I've been with that friggin' company 26 years, and he's like, I don't think I've seen you around. I only walk through these halls every damn day. And before that, we've been in this building since 1999, and then the building before that. But it's like, ugh. I don't know. For some reason, that just irritated me. The other thing is, many of you know my little dog Nathan. I've shown him a couple of times. He has his own Facebook page called Nate the Dog. If you're ever interested, there's a link to it in my profile, I believe, on YouTube. But anyway, he has this growth in the middle of his forehead, and he's had it for, I want to say, probably pushing 4 years. And it started out as like a little lump, and took him, well, he was already at the vet. He goes every December for his his well doggy checkup, their annual visit. And the vet's always looking at it and said that at first they thought maybe it was just like an impacted gland of some sort. And then as the years have gone by, it's gotten a little bit bigger. Mostly it's gotten taller. It's gotten pointy and stuff. And so I always tease him and say he's my little unicorn dog, my little dog turning into a unicorn. Well, last year in December, it had started getting kind of taller, and so the vet said he would wait till, there's a couple of vets, there's a girl and a guy, but I think he saw the guy last year. But he said, well, let's just wait till his teeth don't really need to be cleaned yet, because what they wanted to do was just wait till it was time to clean his teeth, so they would only have to put him under anesthesia one time. And he didn't really need his teeth cleaned last year, so they were going to wait for this year. Well, anyway, I noticed a couple of weeks ago it almost looked like there was dried up blood around that area on his forehead. But the growth didn't look like red or anything like that. It was just normal skin color. And so I thought, well, maybe it's not really blood. Well, anyway, I think it must have been, because he came in, what's today, Wednesday? Monday. No, Sunday. He came in Sunday, and his head was all bloody. It was like, I don't know, he has this habit of trying to peek. We have a wood fence, like a wood privacy fence. And I'm trying so hard to hold this phone steady, but it's making my arm tired. I'm on like a really, whoops, taking you for a roller coaster ride. Ugh, my arm's getting tired. Hopefully I won't go over too many more bumps. But anyway, he came in and his head was all bloody, and I think it's because he likes to try to peek through the slats of the fence to the neighbor dogs, and he'll go over there and you can see him peeking his little face through there. And I think maybe he scraped his head on there or something, and it took the tip of that growth off, and so it was bleeding pretty good. I mean, I took a wet washcloth and cleaned him up, and he didn't act like it hurt or anything, but it worried me, and I didn't want to wait till December to get it looked at again. So I called the vet Monday, because this was Sunday night, they weren't open, and so they said they'll get him in Tuesday, which was yesterday. So I took him to the vet yesterday, and this time it was the lady vet, and she said, yeah, it's to the point now where she said it's kind of like a cyst, and you know they see that all the time, but because of the location of his, it's like right in the middle of his forehead, which is, you know, like right up here on his little doggy head, which is why I call him my little unicorn. And she said it's not going to heal because it's gotten to the point now where it's gotten like a point on it, and it's just going to keep knocking that little point off and bleeding. So, and then she went ahead and looked at his teeth, and she said, well, he could go ahead and, you know, we'll go ahead and clean his teeth, even though they were going to wait till December. You know, that way it'll be cheaper for us and better for him, because he'll only have to be put under once. And so Friday the 16th, he's going to be having a surgery to get that cyst removed and clean his teeth. And then Monday the 12th is when I'm going to have my surgery to take care of my uterus problems. And I'm more worried about his surgery. I don't know. It's like I'm more worried about him being put under, you know? I've been put under several times in my life without any complications. He's only been put under one time, and that was to get neutered. And as far as I know, he didn't have any complications. He had that done before he's a rescue dog. We got him when he was 5 months old. He was in a puppy mill. He's a purebred Shih Tzu. We don't have papers or anything. I don't care about that. But we got him from a rescue group. So as far as I know, he didn't have any issues then, and you know, the vet didn't act like it was a big deal or anything. But you know how you get nervous with your pets, and I love that little dog so much. I can't even imagine something happening to him. It's like this morning I left, and when I left he was still outside. Well, it was also trash day, so my husband was going to be taking the trash down, and then I had this like horrible thought of, oh my God, what if Nathan gets out of the yard? What if Brian forgets that Nathan's in the yard, and he goes to open the gate and leaves the gate open to take the trash down, and Nathan gets out, and when I leave in the mornings it's still dark. You know, when it's dark, I won't be able to find him, and this morning was really foggy. So it's like I had to call my husband to make sure that Nathan was in the house, because it's like I couldn't be at peace until I knew. I'm like a worried dog mom. I'm trying to think. Really, I just wanted to tell you guys about his surgery, and then that thing with the security guy was just like, dude. I think he was embarrassed because I did not remind him that he had done that once before. I just kind of gave him a look like, are you sure you don't remember who I am? I don't know. And it's not like I'm a big deal there, you know, like, oh, everybody should know who I am, because I'm not a big deal. Even when I was a manager and stuff, you know, it was a big company with a lot of people. It's not like everybody's going to recognize me. So I'm not offended, because I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just irritating. I think it's the fact that it's the second time he's done that, and it's not like I've changed in 6 months. But yeah, Monday is my surgery, and originally it was going to be the 5th, and it was going to be really early in the morning, and I had to be there like at 7 in the morning. Well, this time, put my arm up here and rest it. This time, the surgery is not until 11, so I don't have to be there until 10. So I can actually sleep in a little bit, and then it won't, the only thing that's going to be hard is not having any coffee, and that even won't really be that hard, you know. It's just the idea that you know you can't eat or drink anything after midnight the night before, and I don't normally eat anything probably past 6:30 in any given day, but I do drink, you know, like I have my tea and stuff like that, but I don't drink it at midnight, so I'm not worried about that. I'm really not even worried about, I don't know, I'm mostly just worried about my coffee, I guess. I'm gonna miss that coffee. But they'll be giving me drugs, so I'll be sleeping. And then I'm taking the next day off. The 12th is Columbus Day, and since I work for a bank, we get that off as a holiday. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take the 13th off as a sick day. I got plenty of them. I don't hardly ever use them. And I'm not real worried about mine at all. I just kind of want to get in there and get it over with. And I'm hoping so bad that it's like, you know, I bounce back real quick, and that I can just kind of sit and lounge around, you know, for the rest of that day and the next day, and just kind of like watch movies and stuff. That's the other thing. Thank you to the people that I had asked, because I have Amazon Prime, and there's a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff on it, and so I always thought that Netflix was probably about the same, and so I never I used to years ago did subscribe to Netflix, but then I canceled them when I got the Amazon Prime. Anyway, you know, you don't care. But the people that said that they're not the same, thank you. You're right. So I did the plan that's $8.99 a month, and the first day I had it, I watched 3 scary movies. I watched Oculus, which I actually had never seen before, was really good. And I also noticed that Babadook or whatever that I rented from Amazon that actually cost me like $1.99 was free on Netflix. Well, not exactly free because you got to pay monthly, but you know what I mean. So I watched Oculus and 2 other movies that they must not have struck me really, I don't know, because I don't remember the names of them. All of them were pretty good, and then I actually had started a 4th, but it was boring and I stopped it. But there's tons of TV shows on there, and I kind of want to watch. I've never watched Supernatural. Tamara has me wanting to watch that, and I'm surprised I never have, because I've always been a big fan of shows like that. Like I watched all the Buffy the Vampire Slayers, all the Angels. I'm real into The Walking Dead. You know, I tried to watch The Strain. I watched the first season, and then the second season was like, you know, I read the books, and I really, really enjoyed the books, and they started kind of really changing it kind of weird. I hear sirens. I don't see sirens. I don't know what side they're on. Over there. Okay. Anyway, so I quit watching it because I didn't like how they veered so far away from the books. Oh, True Blood was another one that I watched. That, Dexter. You know, I love all those creepy shows like that, so I don't know why I never watched Supernatural, but I'd like to watch that. I don't know how many seasons there are now. I have never seen Doctor Who, but I hear so much good stuff about it. So much good stuff. So many good things about it that I really would kind of like to watch it too, but I don't know I haven't looked to see what all seasons they have on Netflix of it, and should I start from the very beginning, or is it one that you can start in the middle and you can still get it? I know it's been on for a really long time, and the main character has changed, and you know, the actor and stuff. But other than that, I don't really know much about it, except I think he's a time traveler. But you know, all that stuff. So I don't know when I'm ever going to get housework done. Now I'll still get all my work done, but it's like Netflix. Between the two, the Netflix and the Amazon Prime, I'm going to have plenty of stuff to watch if I want. I actually don't hardly ever watch regular TV, like during the time something's on. We usually DVR everything, so then we can just fast forward through all the commercials. Like I record a lot of those paranormal shows like Ghost Hunters, Paranormal Witness, Ghost Attacks. There's a bunch of different ones that I record. Oh, American Horror Story starts tonight. I'm so excited about that. I love that show. I was disappointed that Jessica Lange wasn't going to be on there this season, but then when they said Lady Gaga was going to be, I thought that could be interesting. So that starts tonight, and it looks really good, so I'll record that and watch it without commercials. But Wednesdays are the night that my husband goes and plays pool with his cousin and some buddies. And so I go to bed early. You know, I get everything done, and then I go to bed early, sometimes as early as like 6:30. And I don't go to sleep. I go in there and I cuddle all up with the dog, and me and him sit and watch I call it our ghosty shows. But we'll watch their shows like that. So, because usually I'll have them recorded and then I'll watch them the following week. Oh, Bates Motel's another one I watch. So yeah, I like all them creepy shows, so I don't know why I never got into Supernatural. There's probably other good ones out there too. Oh, then the other, see, I get on here and I think of all kinds of stuff I wanted to tell you. I also had told you guys I was contemplating buying the Amazon Echo, and I asked for opinions on it, and I got a few. And then what I did was I ordered a book. It was like $2.99 from Amazon that tells you all about it. It's not Amazon sells it, but they didn't write it. It's like a guy that, you know, tested it out and stuff. But anyway, it tells you all about it and everything. So I got that book, read about it, looked at the reviews on Amazon. It's almost all good reviews. Then I looked at videos on YouTube, people that reviewed it and stuff. And so I decided that I was going to buy it for myself for my birthday. My birthday is October 21st. And I ordered it today, because by the time I get the bill from Amazon, and it will be due, will be after my birthday, so I will have had my birthday money, and so I'll get it Friday, because since I do Amazon Prime, I get the 2-day shipping for free. That's I definitely get my money's worth out of Prime, because it was $79 a year, and then they raised it to $99, which it's still worth it, because I order so much through Amazon. But not only do I order, I watch a lot of different movies on Amazon Prime. I also listen to Prime Music. And another thing, some of you probably already realize it, but if you order a CD from Amazon, which yes, I do still order and listen to CDs, you get the free digital copy. So I have a whole library of all the digital copies of all the CDs that I've ever ordered. So, you know, it's definitely worth the money, especially if you take advantage of the free 2-day shipping. Sometimes they'll do a thing where if you just do the regular shipping, they'll give you like a credit towards a digital credit, you know, towards a movie or something like that. So occasionally I'll go ahead and take advantage of that, and then I'll rent one of the movies that isn't free but it's discounted if you're Prime. But so I'm really excited about getting the Amazon Echo. I think the music is going to be nice, because I've told you guys before, I think I am a big fan of satellite radio. It came with my car when I bought it, and came with a free year, and then when it came up for review or for renewal, we went ahead and purchased an actual membership. And my husband's really good about calling and negotiating a better price, so what they say we don't pay. You know, he calls and renegotiates, and the fact that we do it on 2 cars makes a difference. You know, we usually can get a little bit better of a deal, but I mostly don't listen to too much contemporary music. I listen to some, you know, so I'm not like under a rock. I probably am under a rock when it comes to like rap music and some of the different stuff like that, but for the most part, when I'm listening to music, it is the satellite radio has a 70s station and an 80s station, and then they also have one that just as pretty recently came out called The Bridge, and it's like 70s folk music, or 70s like singers and songwriters, you know, like James Taylor and Michael Martin Murphy and Bread, you know, and all kinds of just different, more easy listening 70s music. Probably everybody was high, but I love that kind of music. But then again, contemporary wise, I'm a huge fan of Pink, Paramore, Maroon 5. I'm trying to think of, there was another one that was on the tip of my tongue that I lost. Anyway, you know, so I do like some contemporary music. I like a lot of kinds of music. I guess that's the best way to frame that. But with the Amazon Echo, I can just tell it, you know, to play. Since I can link it to my Prime library, my own music library, iHeartRadio, Pandora Radio, Audible. I don't do Audible, but I'm thinking about it. You know, there's lots of stuff you can link to, and then you just say, you know, play, if I wanted to play James Taylor, or play 70s easy listening, or, you know, and I'm going to do my grocery list through her, because normally I just write the stuff down. Well, there's an app you get on your phone, and you can just say, add eggs to my shopping list, or add milk, or whatever, you know, and she'll add it, and then you'll have your list when you're at the store, and then from the app you can just, you know, erase the stuff as you buy it or whatever. You can even reorder stuff from Amazon that you've ordered before. Like, that's usually where I get my stevia from. So like, if it's time to reorder, I can just say to reorder stevia, and it will automatically pick whatever payment methods you have picked out and stuff. It can answer lots of questions. You can set alarms with it. I'm pretty excited about getting it. My big thing is I'm excited about the music aspect of it, but I think it's also going to be kind of fun, you know, just to ask it questions and stuff. And I know some people have a problem with it because basically she hears everything you say, you know, so they feel like, you know, privacy wise, maybe their privacy is being invaded. Amazon claims whatever you say is between you and Echo, not them, you know. But, you know, I gave it some thought. That was another reason where I've been hesitant. But you know what, it's just like how people talk about, oh, the government listening to phone calls or whatever. You know what? I don't care. I don't ever say anything that is against the law. I don't have anything to hide. Granted, you know, if my husband and I are feeling frisky, you know, or say something to each other, that's private, and I'm not really that hip to hear me say stuff. But I don't normally talk like that in the living room anyway, and that's where we're going to put it, is in the living room. So we don't really talk about stuff that, you know, how we're going to murder the neighbor, or, you know, how am I illegally going to embezzle, or, you know, stuff like that. We talk about the same boring stuff that most people talk about. You know, what's for dinner? What do you want to do this weekend? You know, stuff like that. She can't see you, so it's not like she could see you scratch your butt or pick your nose or something. But so I don't really care about that. And if I do have, you know, and I don't know, I've gotten past caring about that. So yeah, I think that's it. I just didn't know if I was going to have a chance to talk to you guys or say hi before Monday rolled around, you know, before surgery day. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to feel after that. And I hope I feel good enough to at least finish working on some projects and stuff. Mainly I want to get my jack-o'-lantern hat done. I keep saying that, but then like last night I'm sitting there staring at it, but I didn't pick it up and do any more rows. I'm definitely going to work on it a little bit tonight. Just something about those purl stitches. It's just not as quick. They're not hard, they're just, you know, they take more time, and it's thicker yarn, so it just takes a little bit more work. Can you guys tell, like when I do a car vlog, that there's like a section that I go by that has 3 lights? I don't normally, on the way to work, I hardly ever have to stop at any of the lights. On my way home, usually I have to stop at least 1, sometimes 2. And there is a way I can go that's completely straight interstate highway, but it's more miles, and I kind of like the section that's got some lights. It's just, I don't know, more leisurely or whatever. So yeah, I think that's it. Just wanted to rant a little bit about the security guy, tell you about Nathan. You might check out his Facebook page. It's Nate the Dog, and he doesn't post every day or even every week. Sometimes he does. He will get on, you know, a pretty good stretch, but obviously, you know, I post for him, and it's like, if it's just nothing really going on, or I can't really look at him and think, I bet he's thinking such and such, you know, there's really not anything to post. But sometimes he's kind of funny, and he shares a little bit about himself, and sometimes he'll share funny little videos or something, always animal related. So his little page is kind of fun if you want to check him out. But yeah, that's it. Now I'm getting to the part of traffic where you go real slow, and it's not because of a light. It's just because people don't know how to drive. But anybody that drives any length of time knows every state has that, right? So yeah, that's it. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.